Get ready for the action, because we are kicking things off with the EA Sports UFC 6 trailer. We are diving deep into the first look at this massive fighting game release. Watch as legendary matchup between Max Holloway and Conor McGregor explodes onto the screen, showcasing actual gameplay with incredible combinations and explosive strikes. We'll also be getting a sneak peek at what looks like an island mode and career mode, giving us a huge taste of what's coming to the fighting game world.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we are breaking down the deep dive into the EA Sports UFC 6 reveal trailer. This isn't just a simple trailer. EA Sports has made significant tweaks to the fighting system using markerless capture and the latest Sapien technology. We'll explore how the new physics system with real-time contact brings bone-crunching strikes right to your console, and hear what lead producer Nate McDonald says about capturing the sport faithfully. Now, let's talk about the business side of the UFC. We look at what Dana White has to say regarding the relationship with President Donald Trump and whether that has impacted the UFC's bottom line. We discuss White's stance on politics versus sports and the upcoming UFC Freedom 250 event on the South Lawn of the White House, exploring the lines between politics and athletics. And finally, we are riding high with Quillan Salkild's incredible performance. We break down his surreal and intense win over Beneil Darius in Perth, Australia. Hear Salkild's perspective on taking a hit, turning the tables, and what it means for his standing in the division as he looks toward the future of the sport. Don't miss the full breakdown, so stay tuned right here for more action. EA Sports has officially unveiled the first trailer for EA Sports UFC 6, signaling the start of the annual sports game release cycle. The trailer immediately grabs attention with a high-impact sequence featuring a legendary matchup, Max Holloway against the polarizing Conor McGregor. The footage showcases intense action, with Holloway landing a three-piece combination before delivering a finishing sequence to McGregor. Beyond the main event, the trailer offers tantalizing glimpses into new gameplay features. Viewers caught snippets of what appears to be an island-type mode, reminiscent of titles like WWE 2K, alongside a brief look at a career mode, which generated anticipation among fans of the fighting game genre. The trailer is set to a classic tone, featuring narration set to Sammy Davis Jr. I Got to Be Me, incorporating standard fighting game buzzwords such as combo and so you want to be a fighter, interspersed with rapid-fire action shots of current and legendary fighters. The roster featured in the preview includes prominent names such as Max Holloway, Conor McGregor, BJ Penn, and Nick Diaz. Furthermore, the trailer hints at future content with the introduction of a fighter pass featuring Ken Shamrock and Randy Couture. The trailer concludes by highlighting the exclusive content available with a pre-order of UFC 6, including the Fighter Pass, VIP Pass, and a 7-day early access period, all bundled within the Premium Ultimate Edition. EA Sports UFC 6 is slated for release on June 19th on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, priced at $69.99, with the Ultimate Edition available for $99.99. Notably, as with previous releases, no version for PC has been announced for the title. EA Sports has officially dropped the reveal trailer for UFC 6, significantly ramping up anticipation for the highly anticipated sequel to UFC 5. With nearly 3 years having passed since the previous installment, the new trailer signals major overhauls to the game's core mechanics and presentation. According to a company press release, EA Sports has implemented substantial tweaks to the fighting system designed to deliver a deeper, more dynamic experience. The new iteration utilizes markerless capture and the latest generation of Sapien technology to feature top UFC fighters and their signature moves. The gameplay promises a more immersive experience, allowing fighters to stand and throw strikes like their real-life counterparts, enhanced by the addition of signature strikes to bring the action closer to the octagon without requiring players to physically enter it. A new physics system, bolstered by real-time contact, is set to showcase the impact of bone-crunching strikes, including jabs, hooks, uppercuts, knees, elbows, and leg strikes, delivering the action directly to consoles and devices. Nate McDonald, lead producer for EA Sports UFC 6, stated, EA Sports UFC 6 delivers a deeper, more dynamic fight experience. Every element is designed to reflect the individuality of real fighters. Our goal is to capture the sport as faithfully as possible and bring players closer to the octagon than ever before. The game will also introduce new modes, specifically the Hall of Legends and the Legacy, allowing players to explore the careers of past UFC legends or forge their own competitive paths. For the Standard Edition, cover athlete Alex Pereira, the former two-time light heavyweight and middleweight champion, will feature on the cover, representing Brazil. Pereira expressed his excitement, noting that EA Sports successfully captured the power of his fighter and the accuracy of his left hook. For the Ultimate Edition, Max Holloway will take the cover slot, an honor he embraced, stating that he approaches MMA like a gamer, focusing on creativity and fun. The Ultimate Edition offers extensive content, including the Fighter Pass featuring 8 new fighters, an expansion pass with 2 future expansions, a VIP pass granting exclusive fighter skins and cosmetic items, and pre-order bonuses such as the Iconic Moments Bundle and Rivalry Bundle. Players pre-ordering the Standard Edition will receive 3 fighter skins from the Iconic Moments Bundle. Pre-orders for the game are available for PlayStation and Xbox. Dana White has dismissed concerns that the UFC's business has suffered due to its alignment with former President Donald Trump, stating unequivocally, "I don't give a sh*t." This comment came in response to speculation that the promotion's relationship with Trump might be negatively impacting its bottom line, especially given the growing disapproval ratings for the former president, which recently hit a record high of 62%, according to a Washington Post-ABC News poll. The UFC has maintained strong support for Trump throughout his 2 terms and is currently positioned at the forefront of this alignment. This is underscored by plans for UFC Freedom 250, a unique sporting event scheduled to take place on the South Lawn of the White House on June 14th, an idea reportedly originating from Trump during a recent UFC event. Dana White addressed the financial implications directly on the right-wing Katie Miller podcast, explaining his stance. He asserted that his professional decisions are based on personal alignment rather than political considerations, noting that following the COVID-19 pandemic, he prioritizes working with individuals and entities he is aligned with. White emphasized that the UFC is not inherently political, a point he reiterated despite his frequent public displays of support for Trump, including walkouts to his cage-side seat at events and his involvement in strategies that contributed to Trump's re-election in 2024. When questioned about the separation of politics and sports, White drew a comparison between the current political climate and religion. He suggested that the current fervor surrounding political issues mirrors the intense focus on religion in previous decades. White concluded that involvement in politics is a matter for individuals, teams, or leagues to decide, rather than an inherent characteristic of sports or an organization. Quillan Salkilld is riding high following his victory at UFC Fight Night 275, a win that followed an intense and surreal knockout against perennial contender Beneil Darius in Perth, Australia. Salkilld described the experience as surreal, noting the moment he realized he was facing a long-time rival. Despite being hit by an early strike from Darius, Salkilld remained composed, attributing his resilience to a recurring pattern in his career, absorbing a hit, recovering quickly, and continuing the fight. He compared the experience to a mulligan, suggesting that one bad strike doesn't derail the entire performance. Salkilld detailed his strategy after the initial exchange, focusing on managing energy to outlast Darius. He stated he aimed to stay calm, so he could accelerate the pace once Darius began to tire. Salkilld successfully turned the tide, grinding Darius against the fence before securing the knockout with a series of punches. Regarding Darius's standing, Salkilld acknowledged that despite his recent losses, Darius remains a tough test, having only lost to elite opponents. Salkilld concluded that Darius's primary limitation is the natural decline associated with longevity in the sport.